Scaling your law firm doesn't have to be difficult. It's all about mastering a few key strategies, systems, and mindsets. Welcome to the Scalable Law Podcast, where we talk about how you can increase profit in your pocket and time in your calendar. My name is Carolee Fontanelli, and I have successfully scaled my firm so that it doesn't solely rely on me. Now I love teaching other law firm owners how to do the same. Let's transform your business starting now. Welcome to another episode of the Scalable Law Podcast. I don't know about you, but it feels like these weeks are going so quickly, and before we know it, 2024 is going to be, partway through or halfway through. For me, I've got a lot going on, which definitely makes you feel a lot busier, and time seems to unravel a lot more quickly when you've got a lot going on. So that a lot, of course, is LawBizCon 2024. I'm super excited because I have had some gorgeous brochures printed for the conference, and they are going to be going out to all the people that I'd love to invite to the conference to be there. And if you are a podcast listener, if you're a Scalable Law listener, you are definitely on my hit list. I want you to be at the conference. Hop on and buy your tickets. I would love to meet as many of you as possible. And I would love for you to walk away from the LawBizCon conference feeling super pumped and super inspired to take away incredible strategies back to your law firm. Today I was talking to a long-time follower who had booked in a strategy call with me. She has already bought her tickets for LawBizCon, and one of the things that really appealed to her was that she is growing her law firm in order to, at some point, exit, which means that she, of course, wants to grow her law firm in a way that it's going to be a valuable asset, and she wants to then be able to sell it for some decent money so that she can move on to the next thing. Now, that's only one of the many speakers and many topics that we've got going on at LawBizCon, but I know that that is actually a really important topic, and it's not something that we necessarily as law firm owners know how to do, how to build the business in a way that is ideal for exiting. And the reality is that at some point, we're all going to want to exit our law firms. Now, you might have just started, you're all pumped and excited about your business. That might not be on the cards right now, but it might very well be on the cards for you in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. So imagine having the skills and knowledge and knowing exactly how to do that because you went to the LawBizCon conference and you heard the exit guy speak about exiting. That is just one of the amazing topics. There are so many other things, including topics around marketing, around social media, topics around operations, so that you're creating a well-oiled, incredible machine that can serve you again and again and again, rather than you serving it again and again. So if you are a law firm owner who is absolutely keen on growing your law firm, on getting your operations running like a well-oiled machine, on getting the best team around you, and having strategies that you can use again and again, then LawBizCon is for you. 2 incredible days of jam-packed learnings. It's going to be amazing. So jump on www.lawbizcon and grab your tickets. Not to mention, there's going to be an amazing gala dinner, which is absolutely incredible. We have got the best band coming. We have got the best, incredible, amazing surprises and things happening. And there's a drinks night as well. So you're not going to be short of fun and entertainment as well as learnings. So jump on, grab your ticket. I would love to see you there. Often I don't know who's listening to the podcast, and here I am just sitting, talking into the microphone on my own. So it's always really, really nice when people pipe up and say, I listen to your podcast. So if you come to the conference, make sure that you touch base with me, because I would love to meet you in person and know what you are up to in your law practice. Anyway, enough about Law Biz Con. Today we are talking about marketing for your law firm and marketing in a bootstrappy, scrappy kind of way where you can get all down and dirty in your marketing for free. Now, this is such an important topic because one, we don't want to waste our money on marketing that doesn't work. And two, we want to make sure that you can get to the next level so that you can then start investing some money into marketing. Not to say that these free strategies should ever go away. They should always be implemented in your firm. Now, I have got some incredible strategies for you today. So get your pens and paper out, hang tight, and let's get stuck into the most incredible ways you can market your law firm for free. Now, I have the benefit of talking to many law firm owners, and you're probably watching from afar a bunch of other law firms, what they're doing with their marketing. You're trying to gather ideas. And let me tell you this, law firm owners who are starting out in the first few years, they most of the time do not have lots of money to invest in marketing. Most of the time, law firm owners are bootstrapping, they are building upon different marketing techniques in order to really get that cash flow up and running. So if that is you, I want you to know that that's completely normal. I did exactly the same in my law firm as well. So it's totally normal to be bootstrapping. Don't feel like you're the only person that is having to do it. Most people are having to. And do you know what? It's smart to do this. It's smart to bootstrap. It's smart to utilize free options. And you're smart being here on the podcast, listening in, because I have got some incredible tips for you today. So let's get started with it. And also the other thing I'd like to say is that what I did to bootstrap and start my firm a long time ago now is totally different in today's climate. Things have changed and moved on. We are very much in a digital age, and there are so many incredible opportunities right before us that are free. So let's tap into those today. So the very first one that I want to talk to you about is optimizing your Google business profile page. So the first thing that you need to do is actually start a Google My Business. You might not have done this yet. And so what you need to do is go into your Google account or create a Google account if you don't have one yet, and make sure that you have completed the business profile to optimize your law firm for for search engines. This includes accurate contact information, business hours, your address, so that you can then start getting client reviews. Now, if you're a solo and you don't have an address that you want to share online, for example, you're working from home, make sure that you get yourself an address that you maybe pay for a subscription once a month to enable you to use an address, say at a serviced office or something like that. Just be aware though that when you move your office, you will lose your Google reviews. I learned this the hard way. At least that happened to me when I moved my office recently from our Brisbane serviced space into our own office space. So just be really careful and aware of that. But the first one is to optimize your Google business profile. Make sure that you include images because they will show up on the Google My Business profile. Make sure you include your address for maps, business information. And if you think you have done your Google business profile, now is a prompt and an opportunity to go back and check it. And this is something you should probably be checking every 6 months or so. It's actually a great idea to search your business every 6 months or so. Do a Google search, see what images are popping up, and just make sure everything is okay and in line. Anyway, I digress. Number one is to optimize your Google business profile. Number 2 is to create SEO content. Now, it is no good. I was talking to a law firm owner the other day, and they have an amazing business, but they need more workflow coming through the door. And one of the things that they are doing, which I think is awesome, is they're getting their lawyers to write articles for their website. The problem with this, though, is that lawyers are very clever and we like to be very factually correct. And often those factually correct, clever articles are not actually great for SEO. So Google isn't going to be putting its little feelers out looking for those kinds of articles, because the reality is that the humans that are Google searching are not typing in ABCD legislation. They are typing in, I have a problem, I need it solved. So we need to utilize SEO in a really, really clever way. And we need to think like our clients rather than thinking like a law firm owner when we're writing SEO content. And a way to do this is to hop on to a keywords platform. So Google has a keywords platform. Hop onto a keywords platform and work out how many searches a month are happening for your different keywords, and really focus on those keywords when you're writing your articles. So sometimes it doesn't feel great writing these SEO articles because they are not exactly what we would want as a proud lawyer, but we're not caring at this point about that because this is to do with marketing. So we need to think like a marketer rather than a lawyer when we're doing our articles for your website and you're trying to create an SEO strategy. More recently as well, I also spoke to another law firm owner, and she had written herself 40 articles that she's releasing once a week. Now, you don't have to release them once a week. You could put them out on the web all at once. But again, make sure the articles are full of SEO keywords. Now, one way to do this, which is super quick and easy, so if you were the lawyer, for example, that had written 40 articles, or you might have a whole lot of articles sitting there ready to upload, you can run them through ChatGPT, and you can ask ChatGPT to add in SEO keywords. This will help you immensely, save a whole lot of time, and you will be able to get really great SEO articles that will serve you very well once you upload them. So that is number 2. Number 3 is to go and have a look at what online advertising platforms you could advertise on for free. These platforms are incredibly clever and good at being at the front page of Google. So you do want to be on board with these directories because they can get places in the Google rankings that you may never be able to on your own website. So take advantage of these platforms. Platforms like Avo, Yelp, Google My Business, which we've already spoken about. Local search is another really great one that you could think about going onto, and there are many, many more. So just have a look at what local listing directories there are, and make sure that you pop yourself in those directories because they really are very, very helpful. It does take a little bit of time, and also just be warned, some of them do have upsells where they will contact you and ask you to possibly pay for an upsold sort of listing, but that's fine. You can live with that for the free listing. Next up, number 4 is to create a landing page for yourself. These pages are incredibly powerful, particularly when you are talking about your core services and your local community. This can improve your local search engine rankings and relevance. It is also an excellent way to drive traffic directly to your calendar or your phone number so that they are actually booking in with you. That's what landing pages are created for. In the Scalable Business Lounge, when people join, I'm such a massive believer in how landing pages can serve your law firm so well that we actually give you a landing page created by our team that looks and is branded exactly like your firm, and we give it to you for free because this is a tool that you will be using when you are inside the Scalable Business Lounge as we build out your marketing funnels. You definitely need a landing page. And so the way that we use landing pages in my law firm is that we actually create the landing pages based on our location, because we offer one service, family law, and we have several locations. So we've built out the landing pages that directs traffic to local areas so that people know that when they Google family law Cleveland, that they are in the right spot. So they're not getting shoved off to what looks like a big city law firm, but rather their local area firm, which is what they've put in Google. So that's actually what they're looking for. These landing pages work very, very well. You can also use landing pages for specific practice areas, particularly if you've got more than one practice area in your law firm. Or you might have one practice area like we do in family law, but you can definitely niche each of those areas down into smaller chunks and create landing pages that particularly serve a type of Google search. So landing pages is definitely an excellent way to go, and they are very inexpensive if you have a landing page tech stack, I suppose you could say. Or if you join Scalable Business Lounge, you get one for free. If you go to a company to get you to build landing pages, they will probably cost you around $1,500 per page. So definitely take advantage of a landing page type tech or of the free landing pages we give you in the Scalable Business Lounge. Number 5 is to set yourself up as a thought leader in your practice area. What does this mean? This means position yourself and your law firm as a thought leader. So you can do this by publishing insightful articles, blog posts, participating in speaking engagements. You might also get onto forums and really, put a lot of effort and engagement into forums. Or if you really want to take it to the next level, you could publish a book. It is super easy to do. It's just time consuming. That's the only thing. But you are an expert in the practice area that you're in. Why not be a thought leader in that practice area? Someone that has positioned themselves as the go-to person. So that is number 5. Number 6 is to leverage short form videos. So short form videos are a newer thing, I suppose you could say, and they are used on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and also now YouTube as well. So a short form video is a reel. You might know it as a reel from Instagram. TikTok does short form videos. And then you can also post those on YouTube as well. So I've just recently posted a video for LawBizCon that I got filmed professionally, and I've put it on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And the TikTok one has had more than 32,000 views, which is really incredible. And I do see a lot of my Scalable Business Lounge members using short form videos, and a lot of them are having a lot of fun with these videos. They're not boring, but if you want to just talk about your practice area, you can absolutely do that, but you can also have a lot of fun with your short form videos. So leverage those and enjoy a little bit of fun as well as the reward of becoming known in your practice area. The good thing I'll tell you about the short form videos is that right now, a lot of your competition isn't doing this. So it's a great opportunity to get in there and really be ahead of the crowd. Number 7 is to create educational content. Now, I know that this can be really challenging and hard for lawyers because it feels like, if I'm educating and creating this content, am I giving legal advice? Well, the answer is no. You are not giving individual legal advice to the people who are watching your videos. You are simply educating your target market about the problems that they have and then the ways in which you can solve those problems. So you're addressing standard or common legal questions and issues. You're addressing problems that you solve. You are addressing frequently asked questions, things like that. And what this does is it really helps to establish trust and authority in your field. Now, you can do this educational content by way of some of the things that we've already mentioned. So your short form videos, you could do it by your articles, blog posts, speaking engagements. You could also do it via webinars or email marketing. And we are going to get to a couple of those things in a minute. So number 7 is your educational content. Number 8 is something that lots of lawyers are still not doing, but we should all be doing it, and that is your social media marketing. The reason that we all need to be doing social media marketing for our law firms is that this is where your clients are hanging out. I don't know very many people who are not hanging out on some form of social media. Now, your target market might not be over in TikTok, so do not market to TikTok if they are not. But they very well might be hanging out on LinkedIn. So make sure you are over at LinkedIn, utilizing your social media over there. And it's a really great idea to not only do posts, but to also engage with your clients on social media. Now, this has worked so well for me in Scalable Law and the law firm, really engaging and really humanizing and creating those personal interactions is a massive win if you are able to do that. The next one I have for you is super simple. Number 9 is to use your email signature as a little bit of a marketing tool. It's free to have a really great email marketing signature. You can create one on Canva. It's pretty cool. And you can utilize it as a marketing tool by including your contact information, social media links, any current offer or promotion that you might have in your law firm or event. So that is a really great and simple idea that you can get on board with. Number 10 is to get out and about. So a lot of the things that I've talked about you can do from the comfort of your desk. It's a lot of digital sort of work. But let's face it, nothing beats getting involved in the community. So number 10 is community campaigns and sponsoring local events. Now, I know that sponsoring a local event isn't quite free, but you could do an offer like a free appointment or something like that where you can sponsor without any money down, so you can do a deal. And sometimes sponsoring is really inexpensive. So today I have agreed to sponsor a Women in Law event, and that event is only costing $600 to sponsor it. And that's going to give our firm lots of visibility. So there's lots of opportunities like that you can do, and it really helps with building your reputation in the community. Not only that, but when you get involved in community campaigns, whatever you've been doing in terms of your thought leadership, your educational content, social media marketing, your short form videos, all of those other things we've talked about today, whatever you've been doing, when you create and get involved in community campaigns, those other things that you do also sort of accumulate and add up to something much larger, because you'll get out there and people will then say to you, I've seen what you've been doing, and it's a conversation starter. So you're able to connect in a lot easier way than you ever have been before, because you've been so busy online creating a lot of energy around your law firm. So community campaigns is an excellent way. Now, we cannot talk about all the ways for free that you can market your law firm without talking about your website and optimizing your website. Now, there's a couple of things that you should be doing with your website, and it's interesting because I think the website is so important, yet I talk to so many law firm owners who just have not had time to put any attention into their website, and they're honestly missing out on a lot of leads, and they are missing out on creating a growing, scaling law firm because they don't have their website optimized. Now, there's a few things that you should be doing to make sure that your website is optimized. And the absolute number one thing that you should be doing is you should be ensuring that it is loading quickly. So you can go over to a loading speed tab in your website in Google. So just Google loading speed test, say, and then you will put your website in and it will tell you what your website is loading at. If your website is taking 4 seconds or 5 seconds, it's way too slow, and it needs to have some work done to it to make sure that it's loading at a much quicker speed. So that's one thing you need to be doing. You need to make sure that you've got clear call to actions, that your design is user friendly, that your call to actions and the text that you really want people to see is at the top of the fold. Something like, just off the top of my head, 70% of people never scroll down past that first part of the page. So make sure that your website is optimized and above the fold has excellent call to actions, it's user friendly, and people know what to be doing. And what they really need to be doing is not looking around your website, looking how pretty it is. What they need to be doing is clicking on an appointment with you or making that phone call so that they can talk to you about their legal matter. That is the purpose of your website. Okay, next one, number 12, and this is our last one. Now, the last one is to host live events. Now, I know that this can be or sound really scary. I've done lots of this for my law firm and it's been amazing, and that is hosting live events. So this is workshops, Q&A sessions, organizing webinars, and providing really valuable information and engaging with your audience. So an example of an inexpensive way of doing this, now that everyone wants to get back in person, is to create an event, for example, on it could be just on your Facebook page, and you could even boost it or something like that, out to the community, where you do a workshop on your practice area. So it could be wills and estates, family law, whatever it might be. So remember to call the workshop what people's problems are and what problems you are solving, and it will attract ideal clients. So that's one way of doing it. Invite them into your office, have some sushi or whatever. We've done that sort of thing before. Or it could be a webinar, or if you wanted to make it a much bigger kind of deal, you could host a workshop and then have a lunch afterwards. I recently went to one of these for my friend who is also my employment lawyer. She is has got an employment law firm here on the Gold Coast. She hosted all of her clients and potential clients, told them about legislation updates, etc. And then she hosted a lunch afterwards. So that's a larger format of that, but it can be anything from your webinar, CPD points, workshops, Q&As, whatever it might be, depending on who your audience is. But that's another excellent way. Now, that it could be free or it could be something that's quite expensive. So there's a range there for you to think about, and start small and grow. And so will your firm as well. So implementing these free marketing ideas, you will definitely increase your presence online and in person. You will attract more clients, and you will absolutely build a strong legal brand. And you can do all of this without incurring significant costs. Literally, if you implemented each of those strategies, 1 to 12, you would be so busy. It would be crazy. And you haven't even started running ads or anything yet, right? This is all just free strategies And it's really just the one arm of the 3-step process that I put in place in law firms. So if you want to implement some of that, you want help to implement that, please head on over to scalablelaw.com. If you want to either get any free resources over there, I've got quite a lot happening over there, or you can book in a strategy call with me so that we can talk about how you can get more clients flowing through your door and how we can really implement these strategies in a way that is as automated as possible. I'd love to catch up with you and talk with you. So head on over and make that appointment and booking with me so that we can talk about your business. All right, well, have a great week and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Scalable Law Podcast, brought to you by the Scalable Business Lounge. If you would love to know how you can get more clients without relying on referrals, head over to scalablelaw.com to watch my free masterclass. Until next time, you have got this.